Welcome everyone to my channel. Now we'll start with the next part, that is part 3, formation and function of human placenta. It comes under unit 9, late embryonic development, 2.7 paper 2, comparative anatomy and developmental biology of vertebrates, your second semester zoology syllabus for the BSc course of Tumkur University. Okay, this is CVCS syllabus. Now, so in the last part, you have studied the different stages of the development of the egg and what are the hormones involved and what about the information about the menstrual cycle and the different stages or the phases of the menstrual cycle and all. In this part, you will study formation and function of placenta. So, formation of placenta. How the placenta will be formed? What is placenta? Placenta is a physiological, I can say physiological connection between the mother and the developing embryo or the developing baby, which helps for the process of respiration, excretion, then I can say nutrition, all these things, then circulation as well. So all eutherian mammals, the development is internal. So there are two types of development you have studied in the last semester, first semester. Direct development and indirect development. So what is direct development? Direct development, it is a type of development where there are no larval stages. Developmental stages ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ವಿಲ್ ಲುಕ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದೇ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದ ಲಾರ್ವಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಚೇಂಜಸಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ತನ್ನ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಥರ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಕಾಣಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಲುಕ್ ಲೈಕ್ಸ್ ಅ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಲಾರ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಬಟರ್ಫ್ಲೈ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಅಡಲ್ಟ್. But the development of a butterfly is indirect and the larva of that is caterpillar. So caterpillar ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ butterfly ಥರ ಕಾಣುತ್ತಾ? No, it doesn't look like a butterfly, is it? So this type of development where you can see a larva which is not similar to its parent, that is called as indirect development. And where you cannot see a larva, such a development is called as direct development. Eutherian mammals, you will study about this in this particular class alle mammals ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ. You have studied the different group. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ eutherian mammals development internal ಇರುತ್ತೆ and the embryo develops inside the uterus of the mother. Here the embryo develops inside the uterus of mother. The embryo makes contact with the uterine wall by a special kind of tissue called as placenta. I said you it is a connection or a contact between the embryo and the uterus. Uterus is the garbhakosha anta karitivi. It is a place where a baby will develop in the womb of a mother. Placenta is formed by the contribution of embryonic and maternal tissue. Here you can see the involvement of both embryonic tissue, that means tissues of the embryo or of the baby, as well as the tissues of the mother. The process of development of placenta is called as placentation. The term placenta is derived from a Greek word meaning flat cake. Placenta means flat cake and that is a Greek word. It is defined as a special kind of tissue connecting between the mother and the fetus, formed by the inner lining of the uterus and the fetal membranes for the inner lining of the uterus ಮತ್ತೆ fetal membrane ಜೊತೆ connection ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And this connection, what is the purpose of this connection? The purpose of this connection is physiological exchange of materials like nutrients, oxygen, blood, etc. from mother to the fetus. Then placenta forms a barrier and it prevents the direct mixing of the fetal and the maternal blood. The blood group, there are chances that blood group of a mother is different from a baby. So if the blood will combine, their coagulation occurs and the death may occur. The death of the baby may cause. And because of this particular purpose, what this placenta is doing is it is not allowing a maternal blood or the mother's blood to combine with that of the baby's blood. It is just separating the two bloods, maternal as well as fetal blood. That is the most important function of the placenta. The embryonic tissue which are involved in the formation of placenta are fetal membranes. So which tissues are involved in the process of formation of placenta means you can see there are 3 to 4 types of membranes. Okay, these are fetal membranes like amnion, chorion, yolk sac and allantois. Okay, what amnion does is the amnion does not participate in the formation of a placenta, whereas chorion, yolk sac and allantois play important role in the formation of placenta. Okay, here you can see the human embryo with placenta. This is a fetus. Okay, and this is umbilical cord, and this is the yolk sac. Here you can see it is one membrane of the fetus, and here chorion with villi. Villi means small finger like projections. You can see the villi here, that will be there, and fetal part of placenta. And these above structure, what you can see, small crown like structures, these are fetal part. ಇದು fetus ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿರುವಂತ part. Okay, so then amniotic cavity, this is the space which is present in this particular uterus, and this is amnion, and this is the outer covering called as chorion. Okay, and this is the fetus. This is the structure of the placenta, human embryo with placenta. Okay, now how human embryo with placenta, that was function. What are the function of placenta? Placenta in human performs, okay, it performs the following function. There are 2 roles, both positive and negative role. First we'll study the positive functions of the placenta. Placenta transport the nutrients through blood from mother to the fetus. Okay, so baby ತಾಯಿ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬೆಳೀತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ it will not need its food. It is not eating a food, and it is not getting any nutrient. So what happens is directly the nutrients are supplied from the mother to the baby through blood. Then placenta permits the transport of oxygen from mother to the fetus, okay, as well as oxygen and carbon dioxide from fetus to the mother through blood. ಮದರ್ ಇಂದ ಫೀಟಸ್ಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದೇ ಥರ ಫೀಟಸ್ ಇಂದ ಮದರ್ಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನಸ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಡಿಫ್ಯೂಸಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಮೆಟರ್ನಲ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ. ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನಸ್ ವೇಸ್ಟು ಕೂಡ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಮದರ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And the placenta acts as a semi-permeable membrane and prevents the entry of certain harmful materials like blood proteins and sex hormones from maternal blood to the fetal blood. Okay, as well as it does not allow any harmful material from the mother will not pass to the baby. Why? Because placenta is the one which is protective layer. Okay, then next, 5th positive role of the placenta is the antibodies, that is immunoglobulins present in the mother's blood against the certain diseases like diphtheria, smallpox, etc. move across the placenta into the fetal blood and develops the immunity in the fetus against these diseases. Okay, mother's blood will be having some of the antibodies. This will pass to the fetus and will develop the immunity in the fetus body. Okay, then the placenta can store the glycogen. Placenta can also store the excess food, that is glycogen, fat, iron, etc. for the fetus. Okay, fetus, for the purpose of distributing the nutrition to the fetus, the placenta can also store the food like glycogen, fat and iron. This can be used before the liver is developed in the fetus. After the liver is formed, it uses its own nutrients. Okay? The placenta also acts as a temporary endocrine gland and secretes hormones. Placenta also secretes some of the hormones like HCG, that is human chorionic gonadotropin, HPL, human placental lactogen, and estrogen. Okay, and progesterone. Progesterone is a pregnancy hormone. These hormones are very useful in maintaining pregnancy and stimulating the activity of prolactin. Prolactin helps for the formation of the milk, okay, which is used to feed the baby after the delivery. Okay, the negative role in it. Certain drugs taken by mother during pregnancy can move across the placental barrier and causes deformities in the fetus. Okay, so there are some drugs, every medicine will be having whether it is safe or not safe to be taken by a pregnant woman anta irutte. You can consider any food preservative material or any medicine for that matter, or any liquid. Okay, so if by chance it is taken by a pregnant mother, there are chances that harmful chemicals may pass on to the baby. Okay, example, thalidomide is a particular medicine which is sedative. Sedative means sleep na cause ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು, which causes a sleep. Okay, when this is taken by the mother during pregnancy, crosses the placental barrier and causes disorders like defective development of heart and limbs and non-performation of anus of the fetus. Okay, if this particular medicine is taken by a pregnant woman, then it passes through the placenta, reaches the fetus and causes different problems. Okay, heart and limb problem, and then non-performation of anus of the fetus. Anus of the fetus will not be formed properly. Next, second negative role of the placenta is certain pathogenic bacteria and viruses which is present in the maternal blood can also cross through to the fetal blood, okay, through placenta, and thus infects the baby also. Okay, the bacteria of syphilis, it is a sexually transmitted disease, and viruses of smallpox, chickenpox, etc. can pass from mother blood to the fetal blood and infect the fetus. Okay, and it will infect the fetus. Then smoking and intake of alcohol by the mother, okay, affects the fetus, which means the placenta allows the harmful chemicals to pass through it. Okay, this is how the negative role is also played by the placenta. Now, there are different types of placenta. What are the basic types of placenta? The embryo get attached with uterine wall to draw necessary substances from the maternal blood circulation through an organ called placenta. Okay, embryo attaches to the uterine wall. Embryo uterine wall ge yathara attach agate to draw necessary substance from the maternal blood circulation through organ called placenta. The phenomena of placentation is related to viviparity. So there are two types of animals in general: oviparous and viviparous. Oviparous means egg laying animals, okay, and viviparity means young one laying animals. Okay, then in all viviparous animals, okay, that means young one na birth kodavantadu, which gives birth to young one. The development of young ones takes inside the uterus of the mother. Okay, the placenta develops in the uterine mammals and some other animals like Peripatrus, Salpa, and certain lizard develops placenta. Some of the animals other than mammals kuda uterus na develop, placenta develop madutte. Then the fetal membranes are involved in the formation of placenta. I said you fetal membrane, okay, amnion, chorion, allantois, these are involved in the formation of placenta. Amnion does not take place in the formation of placenta, while chorion, yolk sac, and allantois will participate in the formation of placenta. Basically, placenta is classified into two types according to the type of fetal membrane, okay, involved. They are called yolk sac placenta and chorioallantoic placenta. So if yolk sac is involved in the formation of placenta, such a placenta is called as yolk sac placenta. If chorion and allantois is involved, then such a placenta is called as chorioallantoic placenta. Okay, so this is about your formation of placenta, functions of placenta. Okay, this is how the placenta is formed, what is the definition of the placenta, and this is the structure of the human embryo with the placenta. Then functions, you have studied positive role of placenta as well as negative role of placenta, and you have studied the basic information with the types of the placenta. With this, I will be stopping today's class. So thank you, students.